Rejection is something that no one likes to go through, especially when you're a teenager. You really want your friends to like you, your peers, and it's really hard when you're rejected as a teenager. I remember being rejected by my youth group, and then my parents didn't want me to be a part of youth group. How God used those things in my life to get me to where I am today.
Wake me up.
There was a lady when I was 13 years old, Margaret Rinsberger, who kind of took me under her wing, and she worked with the children's church in our church. And God had started giving me a love for children, and I really wanted to help in children's church. So she let me come in and lead songs and teach stories. And I believe that God used the rejection, God used the decision of my parents, and God used this lady in my life to get me to where I am today. I don't think I would be here without all those things. So it's beautiful to see how God works out all things together for good. After I graduated from high school, I went to work with a ministry in Oklahoma City, and we taught in the elementary schools, we taught these character classes, and just getting to find out what really the heart of the issue was. And through that experience, and then also I got involved with a ministry called Child Evangelism Fellowship, where they teach you how to share the gospel with children and how to tell Bible stories and weave the gospel in it, and just all these wonderful practical tools to help evangelize children. That training really helped me become the person I am today and helped me to know how to reach children. While in Oklahoma City, I also learned how to be a trainer for volunteers who want to work with children. If you don't have multiplication, you're not going to reach very many people. I can't reach very many people, but if I train other people how to reach people, then it multiplies, and you not only see one person working with 3 people, but you see 10 people working with 30 people. My time in Oklahoma City allowed me to meet lots of people, and there was a young lady that I met named Catherine Shearer at the time, who is now Catherine Liggett, and I came to visit Andrew and Catherine Liggett and their little baby Peter. And it was during that week Tim Bowes offered me a job. I was like, what? On the East Coast, like, what is God doing? I had been praying for this, but I didn't know that this was going to be going clear to the East Coast. So Tim said, let's try 6 months and then, revisit whether you should stay or what after that. So I remember this girl, Destiny, and I remember she was asking me, like, how long are you staying here? And I said, well, I'm just staying a few months and then I'm moving back to Kansas. And she said, well, then I can't be friends with you if you're going to leave me. I was like, what? But God used that little statement to work in my heart and show me that He was calling me to stay here. And 7 years later, I'm still here, and I've been a site director at 3 different schools now, and not only just teaching children, but training volunteers. It's a joy to see God working in these volunteer lives and the children's lives. Some days are fun. We have great days at club. Everyone seems to be enjoying it, and they've learned things. And other days it's hard. It's really hard some days. There's a lot of disrespect, disobedience. And I know not every child we work with comes from a bad home, but so many of them don't know. Some of these children, some of them have never seen a Bible. Some of them have never heard that Jesus loves them. And I just remember God giving me a love for these children. And we get to tell them that maybe people in their life will leave them, but Jesus never will. And we get to teach them the truth, because we know the truth will set them free, and we want to see freedom in these children. And we want them to know Jesus. I need financial support as I'm a missionary on salary. We need people to pray. Sometimes the best thing we can do with these children is pray for them. And if you live in this area, we need more volunteers. I'm grateful for the lady who invested in my life. And I know that these children love it when people invest in their life and show them that their lives matter because God created them. However God leads you to give, to pray, to volunteer, please contact me and let's show these children that their lives matter because God created them.
Oh God, lift my eyes to your